Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy. It has been a minute. It's been a minute, but I'm back. I'm back, guys. I know I've been doing so good for the past 7 months with this podcast, and then August came, and the podcast was getting a lot. And I just needed to take a break from it. But we're back now. We are back. I thought I'd throw this little surprise episode at you. It's my apologies for not posting, but I thought I'd give you guys some life updates because it's been a few weeks. I mean, I don't really know if anyone cares, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. And if you want to listen, you can. And just let you guys know what I've been up to, what I've been doing while I have been off of the pod. And even before that, during my summer and whatnot, as you can tell, I'm back in the podcast chair. We're back in Idaho, back at school. I just got here 2 days ago. Yeah, literally just got back. But it has felt so good to be back. It literally felt like I never left, which is so nice. Really, really nice. And it's been amazing to be back. And just reunited with everyone here, all my teammates. I love them so much, and it makes me so happy to see them all. And I mean, I haven't seen them all yet. I will see them tonight, and I'm so excited because we have a team meeting tonight. But I've just been seeing people here and there, around the apartment and at the track, which also has been amazing. Being back on an actual track. Oh my god, yes! I'm back in the gym here. It makes me so happy, and training with my teammates again makes me so happy, and I'm so grateful for it. I haven't really trained with most of them yet. My roommate Laura, and then today I'm going to train with a few of them as well again, and I'm really excited for it. It makes me really happy because at home we have, I think it's a gravel track, which I don't count as a real track. So it's nice to be back on a rubber track and back here. And our gym at home closed down too for the summer. So now it's nice to be back lifting again. I mean, I'm not as in shape as I should be, but I'll get there. And it's nice to be back into the full swing of things soon. It's my last year though, which is really sad. I'm trying just to be okay, I'm gonna absorb every single moment and cherish every moment of this year and just live in the moment. But it just makes me so sad to think about the future, so I don't want to think about it because I'll cry if I think about the spring. So I'm just gonna try and live in the moment and just enjoy this year as much as I can, with it being my last year, and my last year being a fucking athlete. I don't want to think about not being an athlete because that just also makes me so sad, not having the teammates to work out with. So sad. But yeah, I'm excited for my last year, besides the fact that it is my last year. But I'm excited, and we start school on Monday and classes on Monday. Here in the States, we start a lot earlier than people in Canada, and we end later than them, which kind of sucks because my friends all get a longer summer than me. I'm like, frick you guys, you're already home, and they get to stay home longer. I'm like, whatever, it's fine, but I love being here, so it's fine, honestly. But yeah, so traveling here was good. I actually had one of my friends from here, well, she is a tennis player here. One of my best friends, Annabelle, she came and visited me at home or for my last week there. She flew in from England because she's from London, England, and so she flew into Canada and then spent a week with me there, and it was really fun. It was nice just to have a week where I can spend doing fun summer stuff because I was working all summer, so I didn't get that much time to. So having her there, just showing her around. I showed her all the waterfalls at home because we actually have quite a few. I knew it, but then when we went to everyone, I was like, oh dang, we actually have waterfalls everywhere. And taking her to the beach, going on a hike. Oh my god, we swam in the waves, and it made me my top favorite thing in the whole entire world that will make me the happiest human being is swimming in waves, specifically in Lake Superior. It just like brings the child out of me, and we were in there for genuinely over an hour just in the water swimming and having fun, and it like made my heart so full. So that was so fun that I got to do that, and she got to experience that with me too. And we all hung out with like me and my friends as well, and we went golfing. I am like addicted to golf now. Like it's like in my blood. I don't know what happened this summer, working at a golf course, golfing on every day off that I had. I just like got so into golf, and I had a friend who like, he showed me so much, taught me so much about golf, and like helped me out a lot. So thanks to him, I now love the sport. And I cannot wait to get out there on the course here and golf again. And golf here, because I golfed here before I left. Because I still like golfed a bit before this summer, but like wasn't really into it. So now I'm excited to go back out on this course, because I have only been playing on the one at home and getting good out there. So now I want to see what it's like on a different course. So I'm excited for that. And honestly, when I'm thinking about it, like, I was thinking about this summer, I'm like, okay, one word to describe it literally would be new, because I had so many new experiences. Like, working at the golf course was so new. Like, I learned so many new things. I learned how to barbecue, which was so cool. I learned how to like use a fryer to fry up food. Easiest thing in the world, but I learned how to do it. And I learned how to bartend, and I learned a lot about golf, and a lot of new different things happened this summer, which I'm so grateful for, and it was so much fun. I mean, it also was one of the most difficult summers for me, because I was going through stuff at the beginning of it, but then I also had a lot of good moments. So it was a very interesting new summer for me. And also having Annabelle there, we got to experience a lot of new things together, and it was really, really fun. And in that last week that I was home, I just was trying to like prioritize my friends, prioritize family, and just spending time with them in my last week there. Because I also don't know if I'm going home for Christmas right now. It's up in the air, my Christmas plans. So I might not see them at Christmas. I might be away from them for a year, which is a long time. I mean, like, I know for people older it's probably like, yeah, that's normal, but I'm used to seeing them like every Christmas and all summer, so it's gonna be weird not seeing them at Christmas if I don't go home. But I also like want to experience some new things, more new things. That's what your 20s are for. That's what they're for. But yeah, so I was prioritizing that, and I got to spend a lot of good time with friends and family. Like, I went on a hike with my dad too, him and Annabelle, and that was really, really nice. And even had like a nice day out at our cabin with all my family, and it was nice to be all there, like all of my family members, like my aunt and my uncle and my cousin and my sister. I hadn't seen my sister like all summer, so she was there, and my brother and his girlfriend, and all of us had a really good time together. So we had a really, really good last week at home, last week of summer, especially like I was saying, working at the golf course. There was a lot of new things, but it kept me so busy that I didn't have that much time to spend with my friends or family, or do like fun summer things. I did do them here and there, but like not as much as I normally do. So it was nice to have that week to do all of that. And even it was so sweet. On my last night, there was the most gorgeous sunset, like literally the most gorgeous sunset. I'm such a nerd for sunsets. I fucking love them. But we had the most gorgeous sunset, and then there was a meteor shower and the Northern Lights right after that night. And it was like the most perfect day, the most perfect thing I could have ever asked for. And it happened the last year on my last night at home. There were Northern Lights as well, so I don't know why. The universe just loves sending me off with the Northern Lights or something. And I just like my heart was so full. I was surrounded by all my best friends, watching the sunset and then the northern lights and the mirror shower. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I freaking love nature. I love it. So that was a beautiful, beautiful night. My heart is filled with gratitude. If you cannot tell, let me just like spill out all my gratitude right now. Yeah. That was basically what I've been up to. Also my last week of work, oh my god, my last week of work before Annabelle came was also insane. I think I worked hella overtime. I was just working day and night. I stayed at work until 1 a.m. one day. That was a crazy shift, but it was good. It was so good. I enjoyed that week a lot. Yeah? I'm filming my podcast.
Oh, hello. Hello, my loves.
She's so cute. But yeah, that was my summer and what kind of has been going on in that realm. But mentally, though, I thought I'd update you as well. My last episode actually was kind of really difficult for me, and I think that's also why I took a break from posting, because like I said, the podcast has been a little hard. It's been hard for a while, and I've had to push through a lot of different things with it, because I have this thing where I don't think people care or want to hear me speak, period, or care about anything I have to say or my life or my opinions. And I've always thought this, and that's why I'm more quiet. And so the podcast like challenges me a lot with that, but it also like, my mind also thinks that, well, this is also an outlet for me to be able to talk and share my thoughts and my opinions, and the people who want to listen are going to listen, and they can choose to. Whereas when I'm talking to someone in person, like, they just have to listen because they're there. But here they can choose, and I don't have to know, or I don't have to see it, and they can just choose to listen. And if they want to hear it, they can hear it, and I don't have to see their reactions or hear their opinions, really. Like, I'm just putting it out there, and that's why it's kind of easier, but also is super, super challenging for me, because even with this episode, I'm like, well, I'm telling you about my life, but I don't know if people even want to hear about it or people really care. But I have to push through that and just be like, okay, some people do actually want to hear, and people do tell me that they want to hear. So I just have to push through that and push through those self-doubts constantly with this podcast, which is super good for me, but it also gets like challenging at times. And with my last episode, I talked about abusive relationships, and I didn't really expose that much of what I went through. But like, it also was me saying like, hey, I was in an abusive relationship, which is not something that I've talked about, and not something that I've talked about with people. Like, I've talked about it with my friends, but it was never like, oh my god, you were in an abusive relationship. Like, I just had that realization that I was abusive, and a lot of people think that those relationships are normal. So then it just didn't, when I talked about it with people, it didn't seem that heavy or serious. It was more just people being like, Annika, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you still talking to him? Like, stop it. And people being disappointed in me, which is a whole topic for another episode. But posting it was just a lot. Putting it out there and letting people know that, like, oh yeah, like, this happened to me, or talking about stuff that's so heavy sometimes really does weigh on me. But it is also like, I'm passionate about talking about deep stuff and having deep conversations, and, you know, just spreading awareness for everything and for mental health, period. So I am passionate about this stuff, but it also is like so freaking difficult sometimes. In that last episode, after posting it, I was just so in my head about how people would take it and what they were thinking about it. And I know people did perceive it in different ways, and I think part of it is that I didn't go into detail, so it's like there's room for people to make up any stories that they want to about what I experienced. And then part of me also with the situation, I'm like, well, I know in that episode I talked about how, like, you think that it's not that bad, but believe that it is. Like, it is that bad. Like, if you're feeling a type of way, there's a reason you're feeling that, and that it's valid and stuff. But in my head, I still believe that it wasn't that bad. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't take my own advice sometimes. I tell you guys this stuff, but I don't take it myself. I know, it's silly. But to me, I'm like, well, maybe I'm telling you guys this, but I'm just overreacting, or, you know, making it seem like I went through so much worse, and it wasn't even like that bad, you know. But then I'm like, well, Annika, your therapist told you you were in a abusive relationship. There's a reason you are in intensive therapy right now. There is a reason. And I don't feel the way I felt for no reason. So it's valid for me to be talking about it. And it's okay for me to be talking about it. So that's also what was going on, is that I was just like, well, going through those thoughts, and also just the thoughts of like, nobody actually wants to hear me talk. Nobody wants to listen to this stuff. I'm sharing too much personal stuff, blah, 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 blah. Got in my head a lot. But I want to also express gratitude to everyone at home, and everyone who has messaged me or come up to me in person and just been like telling me that they love my podcast, or they listen to it, and how amazing it is that I'm doing it. Like, I've got so many comments like that this summer, and it made me really, really happy. And it meant so much to me, so much more than I think people realize. Like, you might just like say it, but to me, like, it means the world because of the fact that this podcast is difficult for me to do. So just people telling me like, okay, you, like, I love this, like, you are doing so great, it's so amazing that you're doing that, inspires me and motivates me to keep going, because sometimes it's so hard for me to find that motivation myself to continue to challenge myself. So thank you to everyone who expressed that to me and talks about my podcast with me, because I don't really talk about it myself. Like, I won't bring it up myself, so when other people bring it up, it does make me really happy. So thank you to those people. And other than those thoughts, my mental health has been so good. Like, actually so good. July was one of the hardest months for me mentally, but through the second half of July and August, like, I've been doing so much better. Been so, like, yeah, the thoughts that I was having in June just have left, and I am thriving and been so much happier. So yeah, it's really good. And I actually have therapy in like 40 minutes here, so I'll get off of this and then get on to my therapy call. I still am going to therapy every week, and encourage everyone else to go to therapy, as I normally do. But my therapist has been so freaking amazing. She's so good. I love her. And I'm so grateful for her. I think this is just like an episode of me, just a gratitude episode. Goodness. But she has helped me so much over the summer. So, and I didn't think it was possible. I literally was like, went into it and I was like, well, I know I need therapy, but I wasn't expecting her to just like switch my brain within 2 months, and now my thoughts and my beliefs have been changed and the trauma has been healed. And it's like, that was so fast. I didn't think that was possible. And she's like, well, yeah, I had to work on it every single motherfucking day, because she gave me she gave me homework to do like every day in between sessions. So that also helped it to move faster. But yeah, mental health has been great. Physical health, not amazing. Spiritually, decent. Yeah, now that my mental health is there, I'm also going to work on the physical and the spiritual and get back out there. Yeah, those I think are all my updates for you. And what's been going on, what I've been up to, how I've been feeling, how I've been doing. I missed you guys. I missed doing this podcast. I hope you all have been well. And if you ever need anything, you know you can reach out to me. I will always be here for every single one of you. Even though I'm not a trained professional, I can give advice and empathy, and I'm always here to listen to anything anyone has to say or needs to express. I am always here to listen. But yeah, I hope you all are well, and I will be back with weekly episodes. Depending on how my workload is this year, I might switch to bi-weekly, but we'll see. I'll keep it at weekly for now, and then we'll see how much I can handle this year, because I am doing a hell of a lot, and I have a hell of a lot of roles right now, but it's exciting, it's fun, and I will see how it goes and always keep you guys updated. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to this point of the episode. Honestly, if you made it all the way through, thank you. Bless your heart. I love you. And I'm sending you all so much love, and I thank you for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. Being alive today, living, breathing, and being here on this beautiful planet with me. Thank you. And I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. This is coming out on Friday. It's a little spur of a moment podcast, but I will talk to you again on Tuesday for my regular episodes. But yeah, chat to you soon. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye.